someone I can give myself to. Completely.
Hi, I'm Andy. Thanks for being here today. I've been waiting for this moment for what feels like forever. I need makeup! That's why I'm here for you, pal.
Hi, I'm Jeff. Thanks for
Good.
being here today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Let's cut the chase. I'm here to interview you for Rent a Pal. How does that sound?
That works for me.
Great, because I'm excited. I mean, I'm really excited. And I got to be honest with you. I've been waiting for this moment for what feels like forever. We're going to get to know each other. We're going to talk about whatever you want, but more than anything, we're going to have some fun. What do you say?
Yeah, let's get into it.
I rehearsed that all night, bro.
Good work, buddy.
Was it good?
Nice fun.
All right. Well, I had to do that. I had to do that. So I'm glad you went along with it. So, Will, Jeff in Vegas, so great to meet you finally. I've been a fan of yours for many, many years. And, this movie's really strange because it has so many different levels of emotion and it's so many different types of stories in this one movie. And my first question is, did you get to keep the sweater?
I didn't get to keep any of my wardrobe. I think it went right back into the time capsule we pulled it out of.
It could be in my closet if I look close enough. So,
yeah. Well, if you're of a certain age, you have had that sweater at some point in your life.
Oh, I'm Generation X. I've had that sweater. Yeah, I have.
Me too.
Now it's been Goodwill many years ago,
Yeah.
I'm in Vegas. We don't wear sweaters here. It never gets cold enough.
No, you do not.
So about your scenes, did you tape those alone or was there any kind of interaction or did they edit that later?
So all of my stuff was shot in one day by myself. Brian came to set. Brian plays David. He came to set to watch me and we had lunch together. But all of my performances were, they were intended to be in isolation. And in order for it to be as sinister and unsettling as it is, they needed to be in isolation. And we had a really good time shooting it. We did, we would do long takes of all these long scenes. And when John, our director, felt that he had gotten the performance that the material demanded, he would print it, and then we would just try different things and just different intentions and different motivations, and really like just playing with this toy of the material. And that gave John a ton of material that he was able to use to build this character in editing and make the character as deeply unsettling as he is.
And the filmmakers have said they were really surprised that you said yes. They just thought, we're going to send this to him and see what Wil Wheaton says. So what was it that attracted you right away? You meet these guys, this first-time director, correct?
Yeah, first time in a project of this magnitude, I believe. I can't believe that anyone would have said no to this, honestly. It is such a good script. It's so compelling. I started reading it, and it is the first script I have read literally in years where I could not stop turning the pages. I didn't know what was going to happen, and I was constantly surprised. And it was so much more than I thought it was going to be that I finished the script and I got on the phone to my team and I was like, let's get John Stevenson on the phone. I have a couple of really small notes. I just want to see what he thinks. And find out if he wants to partner up and make, and wants me to be part of this movie. And it turns out that we saw it exactly the same way. And John took my very small notes and I think it made an already great script even a little bit better. And I'm really grateful and really privileged to be part of the picture.
And, the one storyline is you and being the rent a friend, but what really hit home with me was I identified with taking care of his mother because I did that for 8 years with my mom. She had Alzheimer's. And I mean, I being vulnerable here, I broke down a couple of times because I just lost my mom in May to the COVID virus in the nursing home. And when I watched this movie, I mean, I had to stop a couple of times because it was my life. Not being single and weird, but just the whole aspect of taking care of your mother. And he said something very, very that hit home with me was, you think you can do it, but then there's a moment when you can't anymore, you know, and that caregiver he was dating said the right things. And I should have listened to the caregivers earlier. You think you don't want to put your mom in those places, and then once I did, she was better off and my life started again. So I really admired that part of the story.
I think that one of the things that makes it so scary and one of the things that makes the movie so unsettling is that Andy's a predator and he grooms David and he victimizes David and he controls David and he is very much an abusive boyfriend in their dysfunctional, unhealthy relationship. And I think that one of the reasons that relationship is so scary and one of the reasons it is so unsettling is we really relate to David. We see that he's trying so hard to do the right thing. And we see how vulnerable and lonely he is. And, you know, there are vulnerable, lonely men and women everywhere right now who are being groomed by predators. And I think we know about that. Some of us have been, are survivors of that situation. And it adds a layer to the relationship that is going to land harder on some people than it lands on others.
Well, good to see you in front of the camera again. I'm a big fan. A really great film. It really is. And
thank you so much.
Next time, come to Vegas, man. We'll hang out. All right.
Listen, as soon as there is no longer a pandemic that kills people, I am all over coming to Vegas.